Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to tonight's discussion. The discussion will be the gift of reciprocity. And I might be saying that word wrong, but don't charge it to my head, okay? Reciprocity. I think it's such a big word. I always be pausing with it. But thank you so much for coming in. Thank all of you for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. We'll start out recognizing the chat. And we have Jen from Facebook on the scene. We have JC Calamity Jane. We have Manjaro with Pam. We have Tiff Takes in the house. We have Elevated Chills in the house. We got Grant in the house. We got Vivi in the house. We got Cookie J in the house. Hey, Chip.
Salute. Y'all can hear me?
Chip on, yes, we got Chip on the stage. Now, before I get started, y'all, I want to take a moment. I want to do something, okay? So y'all hang out with me for a moment, okay? Before I get started. Hold on, Chip. Okay.
Hey, everybody. Before we get started, we want to take a moment to recognize someone special. JC, Calamity Jane. You've shown up for us. You've supported us. You watched our videos, joined our lives, shared our content, and encouraged us more times than you probably realize. Tonight, this one's for you. From all of us, we just want you to know you matter to us. Calamity Jane, we're celebrating you today. Always showing love and support every single step of the way. You pull up when we go live. You help our communities thrive. Sharing pages, spreading the word, making sure our voices are heard. Every comment, every share shows how much you truly care. You're one of those people everybody trusts, and that's why this song is from all of us. You matter to us more than words can say. You built a community in your own special way. You matter to us more than you'll ever know. Supporting dreams and creators, helping all of us grow. Today we're gathered together to recognize what you do. You spend so much time supporting us. Now we're supporting you. Yeah. Your channel brings smiles and laughs, positive energy flowing fast, good conversations every day, giving people a place to stay, helping creators get their shine, taking the time after time, always lifting others higher, keeping hope and dreams inspired. People like you are hard to find, a genuine heart and a beautiful mind. So tonight we're making sure you feel the love you've given before. You matter to us more than words can say. You've built a community
Hold on, Chip.
in your own special way. You matter to us more than you'll ever know. Supporting dreams and creators, helping all of us grow. Today we're gathered together to recognize what you do. You spend so much time supporting us. Now we're supporting you. This ain't about views, this ain't about fame. This is about giving flowers to JC, Calamity Jane. Always showing up, always showing love. A blessing to the community sent from above. Supporting creators, helping dreams take flight. So we came together to celebrate you tonight. That's the message today. For every share, every comment, and every time you stay, you matter. Cause the star tonight is you. JC. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the community. And most of all, thank you for being you. You matter to us.
Now, JC, we want you to come up on the stage, but before you come up on the stage, Chip Lowe wants to say something to you.
I'll go wait till she get up here.
Oh, you can wait to get up. Okay, come on up on the
Absolutely.
stage, JC. Come on up. You don't need to link you on here. All you gotta do is come in, right? Okay, let me put the link in there. Let me put the link in the audience. Hold on. Let's see. You know I'm new at all this. Let's see. Copy. Comments. And there you go. It's coming.
Oh,
She coming.
okay. Take your time. Take your time. Salute to everybody. Salute, salute, salute. All that good
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Uh,
sorry.
Hey, y'all good.
Let's see where I left off at. I don't scroll fast like a lot of people do, but I'm scrolling. Sue Joy in the house. We got Downsizing Diva in the house. We got Traveling T in the house. Adding you to the stage, JC. Make sure I didn't miss nobody so far. Okay, we good.
Can you
We
hear
got
me?
Mia in the house. Yes, we can hear you. Hey, beautiful.
Don't think you're gonna get away with this for my birthday.
Mm-mm.
How you feeling?
Flabbergasted is the word I would use.
We love you.
Yep. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
This is
Uh,
so I'm feeling so there's some
uh,
mysterious things
uh,
that are
uh,
all of a
uh,
sudden coming together
uh.
now.
AJ. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Some yeah, some
You know, um, I wanted to make sure that, you know, I always, shout y'all out and congratulate y'all and everything behind the scenes. I wanted to make sure in front of everybody, I let everybody know some truths, some things that, goes on behind the scenes so that they're fully aware. I myself, yes, me, Chip, Mr. Chiplow, Mr. All You Locked In. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was about to be out of this sector. I was done with All You Locked In. I don't. When I changed my name from All You Locked In back to Chip Low, uh, I was done. I was out the door, finished, kaput. I didn't want to do content no more. I was. It was. I felt as if all the people that I helped and all the information that I gave and all the people that got monetized, I watched them go and get their own channel and do their own thing, and I started to feel alone. I was like, "Dang, now when I do a live or if I do a word of the day, it's like 6 people there." I'm like, I'm used to big chats. I'm used to attention. So Quickly, I will say this, right? Had it not been for the Boss Way and Jane, I would have been out of here. I'm telling you. See, when you get new people changes your perspective. New people gets you the energy and gets you motivated enough to go at it one more again. See, when I started, restarted, and refreshed, I was at 6K subs. Because of y'all, we over 10K subs. It's not me. It's new people bring new energy. They bring life to your channel. If you feel that your channel is stuck, if you feel underappreciated, go get you some new people. Don't get me wrong, I love the old people. I love all of y'all. Hey, I'm always love y'all. But it's nothing like a newborn. Like the newborn, you're gonna give that much more to. You're gonna pour, there's so much, they have so many questions. They want to be involved. So you're constantly doing and you feel needed. Uh Jane, we need you.
We need you, girl.
Let me explain why. See, the other day, right? I was like, hey, I started tinkling with my gaming channel. Who out of the blue came, not no, not didn't second guess, didn't ask, didn't hey, took not only myself, but took my grandson and played Fortnite. That ain't something that people do.
Yeah, I'll be
So
honest. I probably wouldn't have done that. I ain't gonna lie.
listen, my grandson, 7-year-old grandson, and then they wouldn't got to win. Like, it's just just amazing. Shout out to B3 and everybody else. But again, if and this is for anybody, if you feel your channel is stuck, if you feel like you ain't getting the views that you deserve, if you feel the likes ain't there, whatever the case may be, I promise you, go get you some new people. Now, y'all gonna hear me say get you some new people, but I ain't telling y'all how to get them. I'm gonna tell you right now, go get a pen, go get some paper, watch it on the replay. How to get you some new people. It's very, very easy. Grant is in the chat right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kenny K is in the chat right now. Salute to
Yep.
them. Love y'all to
Salute,
death.
Kate.
Right now, if I was in the chat and I'm a moderator, right? I would go to Grant's page, I would watch one of his shorts, and I would see who commented on his short. And then I would introduce myself to them. See, the people that comment on your shorts, those are people that are used to commenting. They are used to the social media way, the guidelines. So I'm gonna love all over them. Hey, how you doing? Connected from Grant, so on and so forth. I'm gonna go watch another short. And then I'm gonna come back to the chat. And I'm gonna go do the same thing to Candy K.
That's what you be
When
doing.
I'm finished with y'all chat, everybody that's in there, I done watched 3 of their videos and I done left at least 30 to 40 comments. I'm telling y'all what I do. You ain't gotta do it. The results is 100 to 200 brand new subscribers every single day. That's the results.
Okay. Thank
Do
you so
it, and if I promise you, if it don't work, I'll give you out my channel.
Okay, let me get your channel then.
I will give you if you do exactly what I just told you, and it don't work, and you don't start
We know it
seeing
works. We know it works. We build.
great increase in your subscribing counts and your viewership, I'm going. But Chain, we need you. I need y'all. I'm on the road right. You know what? And this is for the like. I normally would never, ever, ever, ever come on live unprepared. Uh, for y'all though, because y'all family, it's like the bat signal. When the bat signal goes in the air, your family needs some assistance. I'm there. At any point in time, if you feel stuck, I will do a collab with you. I don't listen. I get watch time. Let me know the day. Let me know the time. I will collab with you, and I will bring the audience to that particular live and get your watch time. That's why. Well, we'll go into some other details. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, please get yourself some merchandise. I don't care what it is. Get yourself some merch so that when your channel views is low, you have your merch that is keeping you afloat.
Okay.
Please and thank you. I love y'all. I will be in the chat. I'll comment and all that other good stuff. But I gotta jump on the road real quick.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank
Jane,
you
we
so
need
much,
you. We
Jeff.
love you.
Thank
Hopefully,
you.
y'all, if y'all could show y'all diplomas, that'd be so awesome. You know,
Okay.
Mhm.
people need to see that we love each other over here, like for real, for real. Like y'all see. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
And Chip, two
All right.
things. First of
Two
all, I
things.
think
Yep.
you're probably a proper Boy Scout in the sense you're always prepared. And two, your grandson's amazing. I'm happy to. I'm always. I have been adopted, but he will be my fourth grandson on fourth fortnight. I had three grandsons, and now I have a fourth. I may have a fifth. I'm not too sure because I haven't played with that one in a couple of days. So yes, I've become the fortnight grand. Well, I can't use that term because there's already a fortnight granny. But yes, I have become the fortnight Gigi. I'll go with that name.
But now it's my turn, Jen. You surprised, huh?
Just a tad. But again, certain things are now starting to make sense.
Well, I wanted to do something for you because you're my girl, and I can't be seeing you, feeling like you feeling. You understand? We love you, and we do need you. We love your presence in these chats and these lives and everything. We love you, on or off the book. Okay, we love you. You're amazing, absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay.
I hear you. I hear
Okay.
you.
And if
So, yeah.
anybody else wants to come up here on this stage and speak, I dropped the link in the chat already. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
And you can come up and the floor be yours. We still getting on our topic though now.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
try, don't try to ease up out of here. We're gonna still talk about this topic.
Topic, yeah. No, yeah. No, I hear you, Hardrine. I think, you and I, because you had been on YouTube a while, and then I showed up about September as far as a creator, and the months of October through March, hustled.
Yes.
I haven't hustled like that since grad school, maybe, right? When I had the energy to have three jobs, full class load, grad school, and everything else. So it's been a minute since hustling, and I think there's just kind of and it's not even, well, kind of the different dynamics of just sort of. I think there was a season this spring where a lot of people were just. There was a spirit. I don't even know what to call the spirit. There was just a spirit of something in the air.
Yes, it was.
And it's not a spirit that I am good around, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm one of those people. It's like if this is the energy, if this is whatever's happening, I'll exit stage left if I need to, right? Because for me, my channel is about sort of my family's bored of my conversations about chickens, gardening, Zumba. I don't even really talk about Zumba much. My health, still accountability to my health journey, accountability in my gardening, and the conversations. Like, I am an intellectual freak. My brain gets stimulated by every single person in here. And my heart gets moved by every single person in here. Like I said, my brain is stimulated. So y'all quite literally give me the thing I thrive on the most, and that's conversation. And it doesn't even have to be intellectual conversation. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
just conversation.
Right.
And Is the monetization fun? Yeah. I mean, watch my stuff. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for super chats and all that and memberships anymore. But for me, it's just a conversation. Like I said, there was just an energy in the air that just wasn't vibing. And, it takes time to get out of that. I took my break, which I was happy. I finally had my vacation that vacation was 2 years in the making, maybe even 3 years in the making. And yeah, there's been a renewed spirit, if you will, a
Yeah.
100% renewed spirit since coming off of that vacation. Yeah, the beauty of YouTube is that you can find your tribe. And this is the thing about my tribe. And this has been me since I was a kid in grad school. I float many tribes. I am if anything, I wouldn't call myself a nomad because I like to be set. I like a settled home. I like a fortress of solitude that I find peace at. So I wouldn't even call myself a nomad, so to speak, but my ability to navigate different humans, because for me, every encounter with a new human is an encounter I have with my creator. So I like meeting new people regardless of what genre they're in, and you get that on my channel. So I'll stop that because Grant's up here, and I think Grant is in the middle of a road
want to say
trip.
something to you, so yes, but you're right. You do give all that to your channel and to everybody's channel. Grant, you're up.
Can y'all hear me okay?
We can hear you.
All right. Hopefully I'm not reverberating here because I can't get my Bluetooth off and hear y'all at the same time. But we're traveling, but I couldn't miss this opportunity to just come up and say how much Jen does mean to me as well. She was one of the first ones that really pushed me to become a content creator. I think the first idea she had was, man, y'all need to, her and Joe said, y'all need to do some trails and show West Virginia off. And I'm like, man, that's a great idea. But, it probably took me several more months to finally get my head around doing it. But, before I ever did it and much more after I did, she has been a very big supporter. But not only that, but a very important mentor, not just with content creation, but just with life in general. And I really appreciate it. I really do. And I don't think she realizes how much she does help. And I'm hoping today will help show her and Harjane you're a blessing to do that today.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you, Grant. Okay. Candy Key is asking me what today's topic is about. Today's topic is reciprocity. And I hope I'm saying that word right. Am I saying that word right, Jen?
You're saying it correct, because if I think about it further, I'm going to start saying it wrong, if that makes sense.
Reciprocity.
So we're going to say that that's how Texans say it. And
Okay.
Texans rule, right? What do you say? Charge it to your heart. Charge it to being a Texan if we're not saying it correctly. Our E's are upside down.
Right. Well, not everybody knows what the word really means. So let me just tell you, it's the word that, we hear often. It's a word that we hear often. And, but do we really stop to think about what it means? Okay. So at its core, reciprocity is the exchange of actions, support, kindness, respect, effort, energy between people. It often described as the principle of giving and receiving. But is reciprocity always about getting something back? Or is it about creating healthy relationships built on mutual care and appreciation? Tonight, we're going to explore that together. Hey, Pammy.
Hello, ladies. Hello, Hardy and Jen.
Hello.
Guess what? I got the package today.
Yay!
I'm gonna take the book with me. So the book from our beautiful I Am Colors. So I'm so excited. That was so fun to get a package in the mail, and I'm like, oh, that's so great. So speaking of reciprocity, I think that I love how one like Jen re-sparked my love of gardening, like showing us gardening. I know I'm like, I could get emotional, just thinking about it, because I spent so many like of my years, even, in junior high and high school, watching Victory Garden and any kind of garden show, my grandparents had a green thumb, my granny, my mom, my parents, like we always had a garden, and it was just always the funnest thing to do, like fun thing to do. And I remember I got so into it that I like came up with a whole landscaping plan on a
Okay.
budget. In the side of our yard, we were renting a house, and we lived there for a long time, and came up, I'm like, we need to plant some stuff in over here. And yeah, so I've just always, it's just been in our family and part of my blood. And I feel like it's always been a neat thing to see things grow, see plants grow. And I claim to be a lazy gardener. So whenever I see everybody doing so much, like I don't I mean, yeah, I guess I have a good enough yard, but not like a yard like Jen has. But I think I've always been curious to do more on the container gardens, and especially getting a little bit older, like having raised gardens and stuff. So I think it's so neat to like see how everybody's utilizing all the different types of gardening out there, and showing people that you don't have to have land. You can grow in grow bags. You can, get those containers, and get those herb clay pots and put strawberries in each of the holes, or or plants, mix them up and stuff. So one, you brought back my love of gardening. And two, my granny had chickens, and she had like the whole Avery. She had those black and white speckled ones. I never knew what kind of breed they were. But I had heard of Benny hens, the little small ones with
The
the
bantam. Hmm.
yeah, we had one or two of those. And the black and white speckled ones were the majority of what we had. And then my parents had chickens, and we had like a bigger area, and we had too many roosters. They had the white feathers. And uh my brother was chasing me around the chicken coop, and there I ran into a pitchfork,
Oh,
and the pitchfork went into my knee, and went in, and one of the forks went into my knee. And my mom had to take me to the doctor in town, and we lived in a small town. And so it was like he had a little office in his house, and so we went to his house on the weekend, and I got stitched up, and I have a little scar from it. But watching my grandma and my mom kill a chicken, and they did the whole thing, like harvesting. They
Hmm.
weren't, for them it was about eggs.
Right.
They didn't have any names for chickens. And then every once in a while when they got older, we ate them.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
My mom used to
I know you
too.
could never. I'm like, no, we're not eating Mark, we're not.
No, I mean, I've done it before, I've called and we've processed, but it's,
Yeah.
this said I'm not for that and stuff. But no, Pammy,
Yeah.
I'm glad you embraced it. And I'm glad, especially for those of us on this weight loss journey, that's while that is what brought us here for that accountability for us, each of us have a different reason why we're on this journey, and all the other things that are going on in our lives. We get to yes, I'm on X medication to help support my metabolic health, but there's also these other things that go on in my life. And what's more important than that, with you getting into gardening and showing, like, the things you do to do your strength training, and how you get your life in, and the beach, oh my god, we get to see the beach and stuff. It goes into the why you're doing this. And while I 100% think it's important to tell us how we're doing it and what methods, and getting into the science and what side effects and all and how you're eating in a day, what's going, and you're in maintenance. And so and I was not successful in maintenance the last time I lost weight. So for being able to see this other part of you, this is why she is doing this. And it goes
Exactly.
beyond the how, and it's the why that I think is so important. And as creators, I know this goes against everything YouTube says. And when I roast my page, YouTube literally says, it says the algorithm subscribes to you to know what you're going to do next. I am proud of us that go beyond a box, regardless of if it gets views or hits or comments, because I get to know who you are as a creator, as a person. And that's why I follow people, regardless of what they're talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Me
So,
right.
too. Me too.
Thank you so much, Pammy.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And yes, I miss Zumba. You got me back into Zumba too. That yes.
I just, 30-minute Zumba becomes an hour, and I've got to wrap my head around
I
doing
know.
Zumba again online.
But
But anyway,
you said one last comment though. You mentioned about how it's so good for us that you seeing how we're branching out, and you brought us like all these different people. You're like, hey, watch, Oki's Eden, and you're bringing us all these things. Now I'm not into gaming, but I see my grandkids, and I'm like, I have no clue what they're playing and all that stuff. But I think that is so cool that you guys can connect, you and Grant, and playing games and stuff. And it's true, like venturing out, because our life is not just about the medication. Our life is not just about weight loss. It's like now I can get down on my knees and bend down and do gardening, where it was hurting me too much before. And I kind of like just felt grew away from it for a while, to went away from it because it was kind of painful. So then I found these other things to do, like the raised gardening. And I think, my lazy gardening seems to work, especially because I don't have a lot of time to attend to it. So if I can get some automatic watering and all that kind of stuff, even better. So thank you. And if you
Thank
weren't
you
here,
for
we
coming
wouldn't have
up.
met Harjarine.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
We love you. My
Thank
husband just loves your e-bike. He's all into e-bikes. And he's like, that's a good bike.
you. Tell him thank you so much.
I will. I will. I
Okay.
thought Jen was, look at Jen froze on a nice smile.
She did, didn't she?
I'm
She
back.
did.
There we go.
So
All
yeah,
right.
the
Well,
gaming. I know, Hardrine, we need to get to your topic. And
Yeah.
what I would
yes.
say that the beauty of branching out is that you find people that are on a health journey. You find I have met more than one type 1 diabetic doing gaming. I've met, Grant, that he shares the story there that they're parents of kids with autism. There are people who garden. I have found some beautiful gardeners within the gaming community. We're not just one person. You have a lot of gamers who are also understanding the importance of having some they call it IRL, in real life content. We I'm not an anarchist in the sense of let's bust the system, but the algorithm exists because at some point we dictated a reality that niche is important. So who's to say that there's a reality that we don't force the algorithm to do something different? The algorithm follows your audience. So if your audience follows you, so will the algorithm. So change the direction. I just don't believe we have to stay in one lane, but that's just my world. Humans are multifaceted.
Exactly.
So,
I agree. All right.
but
Well,
yeah.
good to see you guys.
Good to see
I'm
you
packing
too.
up to
Thank
go
you
to the
so much for
beach.
coming up.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. To the topic we go. I got a
Yes.
couple of questions for you.
Are you
Question
going to
number
answer
one.
too?
Yes. Question number one. When you hear the word reciprocity, what comes to your mind? Do you think reciprocity is important in relationships, friendships, and families?
I think it is, but it can't. We have to be mindful of expectations. I think reciprocity is important in relationships. But it kind of goes back to what you have challenged. I think this week you have challenged this in many of your discussions. You've got to meet people where you are.
Yep.
We have people of different levels of life and different capacities of life. So what I might expect of, and I'll just use people close to me, what I might expect of my neighbor, I'm not going to expect of my husband.
Right.
And to do that is unfair. You know what I mean? The
Right.
relationship's different and the means are different. And
Right.
it's also just, it depends on what it is. There's people in my life who always, don't let people take advantage of you. And you and I talk about this all the time. Don't let people take advantage. And it's like, yes, that's a fair warning. But the way I look at it, if I give and that individual either doesn't give back or uses someone, right,
Mhm.
then that's on them because my act was sincere. You know what I mean? How
That
about
is
you?
correct. That is correct. That is correct.
Mhm.
We have to meet people where they are.
Right.
With me, everybody, I give because it's on my heart. And I'm not talking about just money. I give me because of my heart. Number one. No, number one is because of God. Because God sends me that way. And number two is from my heart. I know what it's like to be hurt. So I don't want to ever leave anybody hurt or me making them feel hurt. So I don't think so much about the part of if they're going to give it back to me. I get a high off the fact that they let me do it in the first place. You know what I mean? Like the encounter that I had the other day with the educator. You know, me telling her good morning. That just do something in me, because I'm like, if you're not saying good morning to me, or you saying good morning to the kids, same thing. It's still reciprocity. It's the same thing. But guess what? I should not have expected her to. I shouldn't have expected it. She did it after kind of so hard. Great. She caught me slipping. You know what I mean? But what I place into a person, that's me all the way. That's me. I don't look for the response back. In other words, I don't look for the response back. But does it exist, and should it exist? Yes, it should, because somebody's going to fall off if not. So it should be. What do you guys think? Oh, who is that? Candy K. Candy K, I will tell you all about that. I definitely want to tell you about that, because I want you to go and do the same thing. Hey, Auntie Mama, welcome to the chat. See if I missed anybody. Come on, I know somebody got something to say. And I might have missed it. I'm sorry if I did. I'm looking. Okay. There you go. Candy K. Okay. Candy K says reciprocity is the context of a relationship is based on giving and receiving, sowing and reaping. That is very true. That is very true. Sue Joy said, yes, it's very important for a relationship. I am so glad you made it too, Auntie Mama. So glad you made it too. I'm going to proceed to question number 2. Discussion question number 2. Can a relationship survive if only one person is constantly giving, with the other person is constantly receiving? And what point does generosity become imbalanced? I think that we are all human. So with that being said, we're going to have our moments, you know, us women, especially because we have hormonal things going on. So sometimes those hormones get the best of us, and we're feeling like, I'm tired. And we just want somebody to pick us up and hold us. Now, that could be with words, that could be physically, that could be spiritually. But we get that way sometimes. So the imbalance can absolutely make you want to get back in your bed and start all over again.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, because let me check that about the imbalance. I think where the moments I struggle with the reciprocity is, and I don't even know why it comes up. And I think that's where the feeling, like, I think I get more frustrated that the feeling shows up. Like why me? The little voice in your head, the little why me. I think I probably get more frustrated that the voice comes up than what the person's actually doing. Right. But where it's tough is when, you know, you've done your shout outs, you've done all the things, like, this is the important one. So like I'll do an example, right? You know, y'all know that I'm about to hit, you know, some, you know, let's say my year anniversary of being on Zepbound's coming up, or my year of being on YouTube, and you've done all the advertisement, you've done all these things. And then, you know, you get so caught up in sort of who always shows up. You know what I mean? You get so caught up
Mm-hmm.
that let's say they miss a day, and then all of a sudden it's like, why didn't they come? What's going on? And you know, because you know the person, they're on vacation, they're doing something else, something comes up, they have kids, do whatever. But there's a little voice in your head. It's like, well, why wouldn't they be there? What's going on? They didn't tell me they weren't going to be there, even though, again, you know something could have easily come up. And you just get in your head, and then that little voice gets bigger, right? And then you start counting, right? You start doing the comparison. Well, I went to 5 of their lives this week, but they didn't even come to this. They didn't even, they you know what? They haven't commented on my short yet. And so it just becomes this sort of little crazy cycle that you get in your head. And you've got to back yourself out of it. You've got to,
Give them grace. Give them grace.
You've got to extend that grace. You've got to extend that grace, and you've got to, and that's why I don't like putting labels on, like, it's hard for me, I don't do the day, and I know people you may have feelings about this once I say it, but I don't do the whole, my day ones because everyone's there. I don't do these day ones or who's this ride or die. I don't do those types of things only because, everyone shows up in the capacity that they can show up. I'm not there for everybody's, I miss a live or two or a vlog or whatever, and then in my personal life, there are things that I miss. My friend last week texted me about an event. Now, she didn't text me till Friday night for an event that was happening Saturday morning. I'm bad about checking my phone, but I'm sure she felt some way that I didn't message her back immediately. You know what? And so we all have to just take account that, we miss the mark sometimes. And so we have to, it's not intentional, but it happens. And we just gotta, we have to ask, I sent her a text, sorry, I missed this. Were you able to go? What do you think? You try to engage, and that's all you can do.
Right. And that, you said a good word, intentional.
Yeah.
We just have to believe that it wasn't intentional. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then the person, it's going to take them a minute to get that in their head, because once again, they might be going through something hormonal. You know what I mean? Or right. going through something that happened at work or that happened that day, But all of us just have to give each other some grace and just think that way. You know what I mean? Right. If somebody is purposely doing something like that, that's between them and the maker.
Right.
Right.
And then I think and I don't know if Tiff talked about it or if Real Odds, and they both could have talked about this. And so, Tiff, if you're still here and if I'm connecting you to something you didn't say, my apologies. But I felt someone's talked about it recently. The other reality is, I think as content creators, we are very much, it's other content creators that we see a lot in our chats, and we do have our supporters. But when you think about it holistically, the majority of people supporting you are supporters that you never hear from.
Right.
You absolutely never hear from. And so
you're breaking up, Jen.
But they're actively watching. Like, you can get the numbers who are
right. Jen, you might have to go out and come back in. Right, Elevated. Expecting the same reciprocity from people will have you disappointed every time. It surely will. You surely will. And that's why I try not to. I just be who I am. A person either accepts you for who you are or they don't. And it is still okay.
StreamYard doesn't like me.
Uh-oh. Like I said the other day, it might have been just this morning. I got up so early. What a person thinks of you is none of your business. We've heard that it's cliche, but we've heard that over and over. You know what I mean? And it's the truth. It's the truth. What another person thinks of you or what they don't think of you is none of your business. We just got to be the best humans that we can be. Cookie says it can survive, but it depends on the people. At some point, someone might get tired of not feeling appreciated. That is true. That is true. I'm guilty of that. I had a relationship of 40 years, friendship, and it was a time that, you know, I got my adopted kids and I had a lot going on, but that person was constantly pushing, wanted me to be with them, hang out with them, you know, all these kind of things, you know. They were missing the fact that, okay, my life has changed. I'm now a mother of 7 at home, and it's not easy. It's not easy. But they weren't really feeling that, and every time they just kept doing the same thing. No matter how many times I told that person that, they still kept coming. You know what I mean? Now I can honestly say that I probably was having something going on hormonal, but I walked away. I walked away and I talked to God about it, and it's okay. It's okay, because at some point you do have to do that. You do have to do that sometimes. Grant says, yes, do unto others as you want others to do unto you. That is true.
Mhm.
That is true, Grant. Pammy says, I've often thought about how I don't want to feel like what YouTube is a job, and I know I can't commit to being in all lives, and I would never expect that from others either. Yes, be how we are. That is correct. That's what Jen said about
Right.
expectations. Yes.
And people are working. Like there's a
Hmm.
lot of people at work while they're doing your lives. They can't always comment, or they're driving, or they're taking care of kids. So and I think because sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the chat. Some people don't even let y'all know they're there. There's times that I don't let people know I'm there until the end of the chat. I'll do my hearts, and I
Right.
was there the whole time because I want the host to know I'm there supporting them. But I know that I can't get caught up in the chat because we know
Right.
how we can. So you have to balance it. Yeah.
Right. Pam says, I know I would never expect to see big creators in chats like Countess of Shopping, Dave on the Pen, and Downsize even say they don't spend much time watching other channels. That may be true. That may be true, Pam. But I just got a reminder the other day because I got Facebook and I got YouTube. And on YouTube, on Facebook, Sujoy handles that for Sujoy's in the chat. He handles that for me. But every once in a while, I pop in on Facebook. Now, I'm gonna say this: Lance Gross. I don't know if anybody knows who that is.
Mhm.
Lance Gross. Lance Gross acknowledged me in his chat. He acknowledged me, not just me, a lot of other people. And he's a very busy man, but he took the time to acknowledge us.
Right.
Now, could that have been somebody else? Possibly. You know, could have been his assistant, like I got an assistant. You know what I mean? But it looked genuine. He was short with everything, but it looked like it was him. It felt like it was him.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see who we
And
got.
again, there could be people in your chat and they're just not commenting.
That is
And that's
correct.
the other thing you got. There could be people watching you that's not commenting.
That's correct. That's correct. Hello, Al Jones. Welcome in. Thank you so much for showing up. And they will promote your channel when they interview you. That is correct. That is correct. Thank you so much, Al. I appreciate you. Ancient Mama says, be courteous to them as you would like them to be to you. That is correct. That was correct. I was actually shocked when the downsize was in our Sunday live with Kendi K all day, our collective. So that was so shocking to me. Yes. And there go another example of somebody who's very busy, but look what they did. They came through. They came through. Okay, let's get on to the next question. Question 3. Thank y'all for still being here. Should support always be returned? If someone supports you, do you feel obligated to support them back, or should support be given to you freely without expectation? Which we kind of just touched on that. We should really give it without expectation, because putting that expectation on it is what really can get you down and get them down. And everybody's down, and there's no good for everybody being down. So we'll go on from that. What does healthy reciprocity look like? Does it have to be equal? For example, if one person gives financially, another person gives emotionally, is that still reciprocity? I'm going to say yes.
I would say so. Whatever way you show up. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Give me
I
a
just
moment.
looked
I
at
feel
my
like I'm having a panic attack. Give me a moment, y'all. I'm on live having a
Okay.
panic attack.
Okay. Okay. Take your time.
Hmm.
And
Give me
unlock
a
your
moment.
knees if they're
Go ahead. Give
locked.
me a moment. Give me a moment.
Yeah, unlock your knees if they're locked.
Okay.
And you need to go off camera. Um, so no, you know, my thing is reciprocity is about
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. I think I'm okay. Okay. Elevator said he appreciates that. And Elevate, he said that was dope. I look at my first live all the time like that, and what the hell, bro? Nah, I mean, once again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so much. But to answer the question, I think it's the same. A person can only give what they can give. It's just like tithing, which it is tithing when you're giving. It's considered as tithing. So a person can only give what they're able to give, which may not be what you can give, but giving is giving, in my opinion.
right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, and it's gonna always look different. Like some people may be able to do like song creation, or they're just literally there in your chat, but they're not gonna do
Right.
anything else. And celebrate, and that's the thing. Why I'll tell you right now, I struggle with the leaderboard. I struggle with, and that's why I turned mine off. If we're just kind of talking YouTube reality, I turned my leaderboard off because I don't want everyone who shows up in my space is celebrated because they showed up, whether they are in the chat, outside of the chat. They're the people who watch the replay, they're going to be honored. It's thank everyone, thank the ones who do super chat and all these other things, but we definitely need to be mindful that not everybody can give in the same way and support in the same way, but that doesn't negate how we celebrate them, right?
Right. Right.
Um, and a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you do membership? And it's like, because I'm not doing I'm not doing anything that I wouldn't show everybody anyway. I love the emojis. At first, I love the emojis. I just like if there was a way you give free emojis, I would do that. I initially did the membership because I wanted to see the emojis, but I literally gifted 50 memberships off the bat, right? Because I just wanted to be able to see the emojis. I didn't care who paid for them. But and I know that some people feel I'm taking away a choice from someone. However, at the same time, I'm just one of those people that whether it's 99 cents, $1.99, $4.99, whatever the case is, I'm going to go out and feed my chickens regardless of if you're a member or not. So me showing chicken content, gardening content, there's nothing locked behind. Like I didn't know what is locked behind the membership that I wouldn't just show the world anyway. And so that's why there's a space that I struggle with because it is this issue of reciprocity. I don't want anyone to feel that they've got to do something else to show up on my channel. So and again, that's me. That is my zone, my issue. No one else has to make a different choice. So there.
Well, I'm sure if you did do membership, you make it worth it. So
yeah, I just struggle
yeah,
to think of
you
anything.
would. You would. Uh, Elevator says everybody's capacity is different, but yes, the gesture is what counts. That is correct. It's the gesture that counts. Hello, Krishna. Welcome in. Hey, Grace. Welcome in. Thank you for helping me with the Nightbot too.
Oh, good.
Yes, yes. Has social media changed the way we view reciprocity? Many people support others by watching content, sharing posts, liking videos, attending lives, and encouraging creators Do we value those acts enough? Or have we become so focused on numbers that we overlook genuine support?
I
Wow.
think it can happen. I don't. I
Yes.
don't. I don't think it. I think it can creep up on us more than it ought to. And
Yes.
you just have to
Yes.
catch yourself. You just have to
Yes.
catch yourself.
Yes.
It's kind of like the
And,
weight loss, and we say,
everything
"Oh,
is
I only
everything
lost."
is mindset. Everything is mindset.
Everything's mindset,
Everything is
and it's the
mindset.
language we use. Yeah, it's
Yes.
the language we use. Because we do it with the weight loss. We'll sit there and say, "Oh, I only
Yes.
lost 0.5 pounds." Like, well, did you lose 0.5 a year ago when you tried?
Right.
You know, celebrate everything. So,
Celebrate everything.
And where are my Bible warriors? Be faithful in the small things. I believe
Where
is
is
what
that?
Scripture tells us. Like Scripture tells us to be faithful in the small things as we
That's
are
right.
in the
That's right.
big ones.
Yes,
Be
that's correct.
faithful.
That's
Small
correct.
steps are, we got to remember those stories. So yeah.
That is correct. That is correct. Grace says social media often makes reciprocity become transactional rather than relational.
100%.
That is true.
100%.
That is true. That is true. But in all us content creators defense, okay? I did come on here and I was being a supporter. I still enjoy being a supporter. Okay. But the majority of us are here to make a buck.
100%.
We are all here to make a buck. Okay. Because guess what? Your electricity bill gotta be paid. Your internet gotta be paid. If somebody wants to help you do that, let them help you. It's not hurting
Correct.
anybody. Let them help you.
Correct.
But
And
you
if
are correct, Grace. You are correct.
right. And if there are people who you may not understand what another content creator is doing, but if they got a whole crew and they're earning their keep, let them be. Don't
Yep.
dictate what other people do. Don't dictate what other people do on their channel.
Right.
If
Right.
it's
Because
working for them,
we only know the part of the story that people
they
tell us.
should.
We don't really know.
Correct.
We don't really know. Pamsy Hart, are we able to connect with you to make an intro and outro song for us? And definitely not for free, of course. Yes, ma'am, you can, Pam. You sure can.
Yes, you need to. You need. Speaking of that, yeah, you need to. And this isn't saying Pam doesn't get entry, special entry, but yeah, you've given us a year of your life for free when it comes to music.
And I enjoy doing it. It just,
I know you do.
I'm
But
Pam,
what is
Pam, I can't believe I had made your song already. I had made your
yeah.
song, Pam.
I'm kind of surprised too you haven't made her a song.
Yeah.
So what is it that you tell me about my earrings?
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
That's what that's how I understand it. I looked at my Cash App to see how much I made. Like I was like, oh wow, okay.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, you gotta, yeah. I mean, I just we say we can find ourselves getting caught, and I think you made a good point because I think it starts with us when we get caught up. We start looking at our views, we start looking at everybody else's views, and then we start, well, what is this person doing? What is that person doing? Do I need to do that? It's like, yeah, do it if it makes sense for you to do it. But don't dictate what other folks are doing on their channel. I think that's the biggest message I can give when it comes to kind of this particular topic here. And
Yeah.
celebrate, yeah, let people make their money.
Yep. Reciprocity can get complicated for creators who view engagements as friendships while others view it as networking. Yes. Yes.
I would definitely view it as networking until a new entry has entered. But I would definitely say networking. It's not to say friendships can't come out of it because it certainly can. But it's like if you're coming into this, especially with the mindset of this is an income, this is my second job, this is my main job, whatever the case may be, you definitely need to monitor, and this is just healthy boundaries. You need to monitor what are friendships, what are acquaintances, what's networking opportunities, but also don't abuse networking opportunities. We sometimes see the occasional I don't even know if I want to touch on it.
Okay.
I don't know if I even want to touch on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll move on to the next question. And
Okay.
if there's time, we'll talk about
Let
it.
me see what Grace says. Grace says the answer often reveals whether the interaction is rooted in generosity, connection, networking, or transaction. That is true.
Yep.
Cookie J says, Grace, I'm not a creator, but I definitely agree with that.
Yep.
Sue Joy said reciprocity is very practical in social media area. It creates more connectivity.
Yep.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's all the questions that I have, y'all. That's all the questions that I have. Thank you all so much for showing up. Jen, I'm gonna say it again. You are fantastic. You are amazing, extraordinary. All the things, as they say. Oh, you are all the things, girl. And I just want to show you some love tonight. I just want to show you some love tonight.
I agree because
I hope that your heart was filled.
It was very filled because I had no idea. You caught me 100% off guard, but don't think it's going to happen again. It's like I told you, I will take the month surrounding my birthday off if I even have the inkling you have something up your sleeve. I will disconnect. I will turn off my Wi-Fi, hide my computer.
Yes, and I have wondered if there's some people who feel like they have to send in duo chats during lives. Send in.
Oh, what is this?
Send in duo chats during lives. Is that the right word? Is duo, Pam?
Is it in maybe dual chats? Yeah, I'm not sure I don't know what that one means. Super chats. I've wondered if there's some people who feel like they have to send. I don't feel like people have to feel that way, unless there are channels here that are set up. Yeah, I'm not speaking to anyone that's on here now, but if you go across YouTube, there are channels who interaction with the host is 100% based on super chats and things of that nature. Otherwise, you're just an anomaly in the room, unless you're engaging. But that's what they choose, and that's what their audience is okay with. So again, it always comes down to what your audience accepts and understands about your channel. So if you are a creator who says my engagement is based on my engagement, my interaction, the activity I'm going to do tonight is based on if this person sends me a super chat and all these other things, then that is what that audience has chosen to participate in.
Right.
And that's the reality of it, right? But a general person giving a super chat, someone says something heartfelt, no, I don't think they feel forced to do that, not at all.
No, I don't feel forced.
Yeah.
Do that when I do that. I don't feel forced at all. So I don't, I mean, I'm speak for me. I mean, I speak for everybody else. I don't feel that way, Pammy.
Right. Yeah, and then she's asking about BTS. Oh, go ahead. You go.
Oh, yeah. Pammy says that's what she said. She misses us.
Yeah, more to come on that soon.
We have more to come. More to come. Okay, I've held up enough of y'all time. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for coming. I appreciate it. And I'm going to let you go. Have a great night.